Good morning. Good morning. And if you know me, um, if you've been following me on YouTube, I have not been live in 10 days because, I have been, well, I've been doing other things and I've gone live on TikTok. But if you follow me on YouTube, I haven't been live and it's been more than 10 days. My router died, and I'm just getting hooked up on here on TikTok. My router died. I did not have any way to get online on my computer, which I need to use my computer to live stream over here on YouTube. Good morning. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Chris. So if you're following me on YouTube, that's why I haven't been live. I've still been continuing. I've had access on my phone. I was still continuing to live stream on YouTube. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, MZ. Good morning, Meredith. And I'm just explaining. I typically, and right now today again, I'm live streaming on TikTok on my phone and YouTube on my computer. I have not been able to go live. Actually, it's been more than 10 days on YouTube. Good morning, GE. Good morning, Ren. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, Match. Good morning, Pastor Prince. Let me know where you're coming in from if you're jumping on. If you are on YouTube, again, I was just explaining, I have not been live on YouTube. It's actually been over 10 days now. My wireless router died in my house. I could not get on my computer online. Long story. Good morning, Charles. Good morning. Is it Pac-Wan? And today, I had to order a new router. Long story, what happened, and then I got it hooked up, and I'm able to live stream today. But it's a new month, and now I've been probably the last time, and I was over 10 days. I was live streaming. I have a limited time offer. I mean, because let's just face it, you guys. Good morning. Is it Short Boss? Good morning, Yano. Good morning, Patty. If you're following me on social media or you're on my email list, you're looking for something, you desire more. I make money online and work from home. I teach other people how to do the same thing. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Kitty. Good morning, 50 plus women. What do people call you? And you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't be following me on social media. You wouldn't be on my email list, because most of you are looking for something more. You're looking for ways to make money from home. Some of you have been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. It's a new month. We're less than 60 days away. That's all that's left for 2025. And most of you, and if you don't do anything, you're going to be stuck in the same place. And most of you, how many people are and most Americans, is just being honest, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're broke. If you had an emergency, you wouldn't have the money to cover it. Whether your car breaks down, or you have something else that needs something and you don't have the money to fund it. And I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to work at a job and live paycheck to paycheck. And that's why I started doing this 14 years ago. In August, I lost my job, but I'm doing a limited time offer, which I'm giving $10,000 in bonuses. I've never done this. I'm not going to go into all the details of the bonuses and everything because I did commit to doing these for an hour every single day. If you want more information about the bonuses, this is joining me in a program which will teach you how to use social media correctly, teach you how to build an email list, teach you how to make daily pay. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, Milk Duds. Good morning, Aiden. If you're on my YouTube channel, if you don't comment, I can't see you, so I can't shout you out. But you want to go to my website, payudaily.com, put your email address in, take the time. If you're serious, if you're not serious, just don't do this. And unfortunately, most people, you're not serious. And the people that you see that are making money, it's because we're coachable, we're consistent, we've taken this seriously. You can get this down to 2 hours a day, but there is work involved. Put your email address in, go to payudaily.com, watch the videos, read the page, get the information. You'll get an email from me. There will be a link in the email with my PDF. It's free. That's the blueprint we're using, the 2-hour blueprint. That's yours to keep. You can download and save it, and reply back to the email and say you want the details about how to get to $10,000 in bonuses. Look, I've never done this before. I don't know that I'm going to do this again. Now, me giving you these $10,000 in bonuses, it does cost me time and money. And one of them is really pretty cool. I'm not going to say anything more about it, but I've never done this before. And really right now, if you've been thinking about doing this is the best time because I don't know, and I don't know how long I can keep giving this many out in bonuses because it does cost me time and money. Good morning, Harvey. Good morning, uh, Anna. Good morning, check out now. Good morning, Olga. Good morning, Queen Sheba. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Crazy here. But go to my website, payudaily.com, and actually, let me just put the mirroring on. Go to my website, payudaily.com. This is a limited time offer. I can't keep doing this forever and ever. I'm giving out $10,000 in bonuses now. It does cost me time and money to give these bonuses out. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, user 9312. What do people call you? Because most of you, I mean, you wouldn't be following me on social media. You wouldn't be on my email list. You're looking for something. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Huron. Good morning, uh, Igor. You wouldn't be. And anytime when I ask on these live streams, even when I ask where you're coming in from, most people don't want to answer that. Good morning, James. I live on the East Coast of the United States. I'm online because I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. Then when I ask people, how much time a day do you spend on social media? Nobody really wants to answer that. Now, I have had over the last week or two guys that have gotten on. They've been honest, and they've been honest and said, um, now TikTok is blocking me. And I'm explaining to TikTok why they're blocking me. I'm offering a bonus for people to join me. I'm going to take that off. So please give me access back. Let me see if TikTok will let me back on. Probably not. Now, TikTok has suspended me till November 5th. So I can't live stream on TikTok. So I'm just going to stay on here. I'm just going to stay on YouTube. And is it what do I'll still remain here on YouTube. TikTok just blocked me, and that is part of dealing with TikTok. The website is here. You go here. It's payudaily.com. And that I just put the website for those of you that are on my YouTube channel. And TikTok, I believe me, I've been on TikTok now. I got on TikTok in 2020, and TikTok will do that to you. And you could post a video, they don't like it, and I can't really say what I want to say, and then they have an issue. And if you're using TikTok, I do think TikTok is the easiest platform. It's a lot easier than YouTube. And I've been on YouTube a lot longer. YouTube is a search engine, and TikTok, if you're going to start, TikTok is the easiest. But there are, if they don't like something you did not, in fact, actually, any platform you get on, if you do something that they don't like, they're going to block you. So yeah, and I'm going to take this off about um, the bonuses. I mean, the bonus is still staying, you guys, but because and you're using. That's why I tell people, yeah, you want to use social media. There's over 5 billion people on social media that you can get exposure to for free, but TikTok especially, and the algorithm is more sensitive on TikTok than it is on any other thing. And if you're doing this, okay, so I'm blocked. They're not approving my appeal, and I'm blocked now. I can't live stream now for 5 days. Well, actually 3. Today's the 2nd, and I can go back live on November 5th, I will still continue if you've been following me on YouTube, I was not able to live stream on. You're gonna have challenges if you're doing this. Now, I did get the router, my router set up. I can get access on my computer and my phone now, and routers die. And the last one I had, actually, I got the exact same one again, because the one that I had lasted 3 or 4 or 5 years. You do need internet access. You do need a router in your house, and that's not that hard to get set up. I do use my phone and my computer, and there's a lot of things you can use on your phone, but you're going to have challenges like that. It's just that the way that it is. And so for now, um, today's Sunday, it's the second, and they're telling me on TikTok I can get back on the fifth. So I'm just keeping it real. There are some things that you're going to have problems with. Yeah, they're telling me I can go live and join a guest if I'd like. Um, yeah. So it's just part of being online. Yeah, 11 November 5th at 9:58. So, and I usually typically I'm live streaming I go live at 10 a.m. I'm here for an hour. I committed to it. But I started doing this because I lost my job. I couldn't find another one. Um, and it was the worst job market ever. I couldn't find a job. And even after I searched, I was filling out applications for a year. People at that time, and the job market is not like this now, but when I lost my job, people were getting 1,500 applications um, for one position. So I'm still offering, it's a limited deal. You want to get on my email list, go to my website, payudaily.com. I put it in the chat here, or you can just go to your browser on your computer or phone and put payudaily.com. Take some time, watch the videos. That's my mentor. There's 2 videos, read the page. You will get an email from me that has a link in it with the free PDF. That's the blueprint we're using. That's yours to keep. You can download and save it. This is a proven blueprint. My mentor, in fact, has used it to make actually $8 million, like in the last 3 years. I believe she'll be at more than that by the time December 31st rolls around. But you can't do this by yourself. And when I started this, I knew somehow people were making money online. I didn't know anybody. I think it was God telling me. I literally went to YouTube, to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. They sent me a 3-page PDF with how to set up pay-per-click ads. So I did that for a year. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have training. I didn't have a proven system. And I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads, and whatever I paid for the website, I don't remember because it was so long ago. But I did that for a year. I didn't make any money. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do. So yeah, and then I knew after a year of doing that that I needed to get around somebody who had done what I wanted to do, because you can't do this by yourself. That's not possible. You do need a mentor. So if you're jumping on, and and I'm only on my YouTube channel right now because TikTok has blocked me till the Wednesday's the 5th. So I can't see you when I am live streaming on TikTok. I can see people coming on. Yeah, so and you will have problems, but but unfortunately, most people don't take this seriously. So if you're following me, and I'm just not on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I have accounts on the other platforms. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are the ones that I spend the most time on. I've been on YouTube since 2013. If you're following me on social media, if you're on my email list, you wouldn't be here if you're looking for something, you want something better for your life, for your family. And I know for me, and at one point I was so broke that I was actually cutting mold out of food. I was broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. So I know what that's like. And when I've had jobs, I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of people, and I know what it feels like, you could be one step away from like a financial disaster. So I know what that's like. So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. If you've got questions, and if you're on my YouTube channel, if you don't comment now, my M Bazzi, and I can't say your last name. What do people call you? I know you asked me. I did put the website there. My website is payudaily.com. You could go to a browser too and just put payudaily.com, and it'll take you to my website. If you put your email address in, watch the videos. That's my mentor. Read the page. You'll get an email from me with a link with the free PDF. If you're interested in these bonuses I'm talking about, respond back, or you have questions, respond back to the email. I will send you the information about the bonuses. But and I'm sorry, I don't know, and I'm probably not saying your name correctly. And she's the only one that's commenting. There are some other people on here. If you've got, if you're on my YouTube channel, if you don't comment, I can't see you. So and really this is simple. And the technical difficulties, my router died, that does happen. And now today, this is the first day I was getting back on both YouTube and TikTok. TikTok blocks me from live streaming because they didn't like what I did. Because I did put in, you can put a title now. I just changed it on YouTube. I'm just going to put live with LB. I'm talking about these bonuses, and I'm giving away 10 grand in bonuses. I've never done this before. And I don't know if I'm likely to do it again, because it does cost me time and money to give those kind of bonuses away. But if you're on YouTube, and if you see this later, if you want more information, this is a limited time thing. I'm not going to be able to keep doing this, over long periods of time, because it does cost me time and money. Go to my website, payudaily.com. It is in the comments here on YouTube. Go to my website, put your email address in, go through the materials, get the free PDF. And if you have questions or you want more information about the bonuses and this deal I'm doing, respond back to my email. This business really is simple. And we have a community now. It's like almost 57,000 people that everybody started this for a reason. And I started it because I lost my job, and that was 14 years ago in August. I couldn't find another one. And I'd like to help as many people as I possibly can. But a lot of people in this industry, they never do anything. And if you don't do anything, you'll never make any money. You can get this down to 2 hours a day, but there's work involved. It's a high income skill you can learn in 2 weeks. And you're going to have technical difficulties. In the last few weeks, with my router breaking, dying, because they don't last forever. And I think the one I had, and actually I got the exact same one as a Belkin, that was 4 or 5 years old. That I've had some Netgear in the past. They don't last as long. That is going to happen. And now this morning, TikTok did not like the title I put on my live, which I said, I put get $10,000 in bonuses, and they look at that like this whole thing's a scam. Now there are scams out there, and unfortunately that gives this industry a bad rap. And I unfortunately lost money when I started, but you got to get around the right people. And what I'm doing is not a scam. And my mentor, and it's her program, it's her blueprint. She's probably I've never seen anybody pour into her community like she does. And there's over 7,000 people. This is an interactive program. Most programs are not interactive. And what I mean by that, yeah, there's videos you're going to have to go through. But my mentor she does a training once a week. It's a live interactive training on Zoom where she goes through a training. And then she breaks us out into small groups. You can do that on Zoom. Then you're working with 3, 4, or 5 people. Then she comes back, and then she takes questions. And I've seen her now that we can get a lot of people on these trainings. Her stay on and answer everyone's questions. You have the group. You can come into the group. We have tech trainings and help if you need it. You can get on a live call we have a whole tech team. If you've got questions, you can come in the group and ask. So yeah, and I wouldn't keep promoting this. And it's digital marketing. You would make 100% profit. I wouldn't keep promoting this. This is not a scam. Every penny I've made, it's come right to me. And with the thing with digital marketing, it's a little different than with some other business models, is the money comes directly to you. So, and there are different business models. There's affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, network marketing, where you're sharing the profits. Now, network marketing, you're just not sharing the profits with the company. You're sharing the person who signed you makes a portion. Affiliate marketing, you're just sharing profits with the company. Typically, most of them pay somewhere between 20 and 40%. And I've done all of them. Some of them pay 50%. There's very few that pay more than that. And the money with affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, network marketing, the money goes to the company, and they put a schedule together of when they'll pay you. They pick a merchant account to how they're going to pay you. You don't have a say in that. They pick, they'll pay you on certain or however they set that up. You're making a percentage. And the reason, one of the things, and I do have some of my own products. And what I like, because that money comes directly to me, but you have to create the product and you have to do customer service. Um, and you don't have to do this with digital marketing. You get the resale rights to sell the products over and over again. You make 100%. It comes direct to you. You pick the merchant account. Now, most of the people in our community, they use either Stripe, PayPal, or Square. I use Stripe. I love Stripe. And one of the reasons I like Stripe is Stripe lets me withdraw up to $500 a day. And the money it takes, I mean, literally, and I know because I've timed it, it takes 15 minutes to hit my bank account. And if you're doing affiliate marketing or network marketing, any of those, you get paid according to how they want to pay you. That is how it works. So digital marketing is not like that. It is a high income skill. You can learn it in 3 weeks, but mastering anything. I'm a baseball and a football fan. Professional athletes, any athletes, if you want to get really good at anything, you have to start doing it every day. When I say every day, I mean 7 days a week. Now, if you've never done this before, and I shared that with you when I got on this, the first year I got into this, I didn't know anybody, and I spent a year, I didn't make any money, and I didn't know anybody. There wasn't anybody for me to ask anything. And you do need a mentor. And I was sending traffic to a replicated website. If I had a mentor would have said to me, you're sending traffic to a replicated website. You want to send people to a system. You can see what mine looks like. You get on my website, payudaily.com. You want to be collecting people's email addresses, get them on your email list. You want to build an email list. You need a tool called an autoresponder. Most of them you can start for free. Now, the one I use, it gives you up to 2,000 subscribers for free. But after you get up past the 2000, they start charging you. It's an asset that you want to start to be building. You own it. And truthfully, it's the only thing online you own because you don't own and I just was sharing with you, I was live streaming on my TikTok account, and TikTok blocked me. So I'm banned for till November 5th. I can't live stream. You can have that happen when you post videos on any platform. If they don't like what you did in TikTok I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I've had 10 accounts, one that I had over 200,000 followers. And I lost that account in September of 2023. I stayed off of TikTok for a while. And I got back on TikTok. I started posting last June. I lost 3 Instagram accounts. Someone hacked my Instagram account, went shopping, and then was running ads, and then deleted my account. I had 2 other Instagram accounts. Instagram suspended those, and then they did not rule in my favor. I lost both of them. And I had to start, if I wanted to use TikTok or Instagram, I had to start again. Last June 2024, I started posting 3 videos on TikTok and 3 videos on Instagram. I've gotten past 100,000 followers now on TikTok. And I got monetized on there recently, which they pay me for doing these live streams. There's other things you can get paid for. I'm close to 100,000 followers on Instagram. Instagram discontinued their monetization program where they used to pay people for views you get on your reels. They stopped that, and sometime in 2023, I'm not sure why they stopped it. Maybe they realized they were paying out a lot of money. They don't want to do that anymore. But you can start turning your social media profiles into an ATM. Most of this stuff you can do on your phone. Now, not everything, like these live streams. If you're going to live stream in more than one place, and I do have software that's on my YouTube channel. What's cool about this, when I'm done this live stream, they will automatically upload the recording of this to my channel. It becomes a piece of content. And the software I have, it lets me stream on TikTok and YouTube. And the software does cost money. It lets you live stream in multiple places so you can reach more people. I have an audience on YouTube. I have an audience on my TikTok account. Now I have 20 some thousand subscribers on YouTube, and I've got over 100,000 followers. I've got more followers on TikTok, but one of the things I've learned, and if you decide to do this, is it's not really how many followers you have, because there's people that have less followers than I do, and they make more money than I do. Somebody could have 1 million followers. It's how many of those are you connected with. And my mentor, that she owns this program I've been promoting for the last year and a half. She's the one that's taught me that. In fact, I put a video on Instagram and TikTok, 3 different kinds of content that you want to be creating, because viral videos are great. I've got one now. I got over 2.2 million views. They get you tons of views and all that. But those kinds of videos don't create connection. You want to create some videos, and I go into more detail in that video that talks about connection, relatability, storytelling, and storytelling and marketing is really powerful. You want to tell your story. And my story is I started doing this after I lost my job, couldn't find another one. I was broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. I was drowning in $250,000 of debt, and I had no idea how I was going to get myself out of this mess. And unfortunately, there are some scams in this industry. It gives the whole industry a bad rap. But most of the things, and I have lost some money. And when I started, I didn't know anyone. And you start building relationships. I've met tons of people doing this. I've seen there's and 2 different guys I've met since I started doing this. One of them, I hired him to coach me. I watched him make $100,000 in a single day. He's highly skilled. He's been doing this for over 20 years. The other guy, he made over $100,000 in a single day. And I know that sounds crazy. He's done this longer than the other. I mean, they've both been doing this over 20 years. They're highly skilled. It's mindset and skill set, and you have to master both. And I'll say this today. It's your birthright to be wealthy. It's my birthright to be wealthy. God didn't mean for anybody to be walking around being broke or in poverty, and yet most people are. Most people struggle every month. And right now, this whole thing, and I'm not even sure what's going on with the SNAP benefits. And I think it's like 42 million people in the United States depend on SNAP to buy food. There was a video on TikTok the other day where there was a woman at the grocery store that, she was in the checkout line. You could see the food coming down the thing. She's screaming. She's hysterical. She said, "I'm walking out of here with all of this. I'm not paying for it. I got 3 kids at home." So, yeah, there's a lot of people hurting. And the government shut down all those people, the federal workers that have lost their jobs, the TSA people at the airport, that they're having to work and they're not getting paid for it, which that really just sucks. And now that the federal shutdown now has been in place and playing along now for 30 days. Actually, it's over 30 days now. So, and I do get, and the reason I'm live streaming on both places is, well, one, my mentor suggested using TikTok. And if you want to live stream, I do suggest you use TikTok. I tend to get more people on my TikTok account than YouTube. And people, and unfortunately, if you're serious, go to my website, go to payudaily.com. This industry can change your life. I can't make any income claims. I've had days in this industry where I've made more money in a single day than I made in a whole month when I was working a job. So this can change your life. We have people in our group that are the same way. I'm a woman by the name of Amy, she's a single mom. She was working 2 jobs to try to make ends meet. She was exhausted. She never had time to do anything. She never had time to spend any time with her children, because I've worked 2 jobs. I worked 2 jobs and put myself through school at night. You're exhausted. And if you do get a day off, you're so tired. There were days I'd sleep till 4 o'clock. It's exhausting. I had another guy that jumped on one of my TikTok lives. He's a truck driver, and he told me he works 2 jobs. And there's some people even working 3 jobs to try to make ends meet. You can learn this, and you can make money from home. You decide when you want to work. You can get this down to 2 hours a day. You can do a lot of things from your phone. I can't do everything from my phone, but you can do a lot of things. So if you are on YouTube, and I'm only on YouTube right now, if you don't say anything, I can't see you, so I can't shout you out. I can do that on TikTok. And it does get to, TikTok doing that now. Today is the first day I'm back up. I've got my router here. It's working. I can get online on my computer. That's why I'm here live streaming. And I've been live streaming every day since the middle of July up until I think it was October 19th or 20th when my router went out. And it was a Sunday. Actually, I found out on Monday, but our power went out here for a while, lost cable, and I didn't even realize my router was out because my phone was picking up mobile and I could get online on my phone. So it was Monday when I tried to go do this. I couldn't. When I went on my computer, it said no internet connection. If you don't have any internet connection, you can't get online. So yeah, and that I do that's something you gotta pay for, but most people, you got a smartphone, and most people have internet connection at home, and you do need those 2 things to do this, to work from home, and then you need something to promote, and I suggest a product that's in high demand that you can make 100% profit, because if it's not in high demand, and you wanna pick a niche, and I've talked, and I'll go over this today because you want to pick something from there's the three biggest niches are niche are the wealth niche, the make money online, work from home niche, the health niche, which is fitness, weight loss, and then the dating relationship niche. Those three niches are evergreen. They're not oversaturated. Now, I've had some people get on these live streams that they want to do personal development. I mean, you can really pick anything, but personal development, or say somebody wanted to do gardening, you probably want to do some research to see if there's enough demand on it because the three niches I mentioned, they're evergreen and they're not saturated. Now, like the gardening niche, now, yeah, I'm sure there's people that do that, but I mean, is there enough of, because if it's not something people, if it's not in high in demand and something that will help people, you would have a really hard time making any money with it. And the make money online niche, that's my niche. There's tons of people that are looking for ways to make money from home. And I know so many people when I get on here and I say, well, and most people don't say now, if there's a few of you here on YouTube. Do you want to drop in the comments where you're coming in from? Most people don't want to comment that. And when I ask, why are you on social media? Most people don't want to do that. Where I'm from is the East Coast of the United States. I'm online because I do make money online working from home. And the other thing most people don't want to answer is how much time a day do you spend on social media? And I've had two guys over the last 2 weeks on TikTok tell me that they spend 6 hours a day on social media. And if you're scrolling, I mean, when I'm on social media, I'm making money. I'm not live right now on TikTok. They pay me to live stream. I'm posting 3 videos that I'm driving traffic to a system that runs for me 24/7. That's where the automation comes in. That's how I've had the ability to wake up and that I've made money when I was sleeping, or I could be out doing something else. I don't have to stay on social media, you know, and hang out for hours and hours on social media because I've got a system in place. It's automated. And if you're not automating anything, and I've done that too, where I've done prospecting that works. And did a network marketing company, promoted it for 2 years. Personally signed over 350 people. I was using Facebook. I was prospecting people. That works. But I mean, all I was doing was spending time on Facebook. And if I wasn't doing that, there was no chance to be making money. And I truthfully got completely burned out. I haven't done network marketing now in 5 years. I don't want to do it. And it is a different business model because if you want to make 6 or 7 figures, you need duplication. And you can't, and without having other people on, that you're bringing in under you, duplicating, you can never make 6 or 7 figures. And most people truthfully don't do anything. It comes back to like, why are you doing this? And I've got people on my email list, and I've had people beg me for my time. I've even, as a bonus, and now I'm not offering it as a bonus with this, to have like a one-on-one session with me. And I've set up dates and times and the person doesn't show up. I mean, most people are not serious. If you take this seriously, it can completely change your life. We have another woman in our group who she did network marketing, multi-level marketing, ML, whatever you call it, whatever most people call it, scam. She did that for 23 years while she was working her job. She was averaging $400 or $500 a month. That helped. She started doing digital marketing, and talk about somebody really breaking through. She, in the last 2 years, she's made $500,000. Her and both her husband, because both of them working full-time jobs, they've left their jobs. They've paid off all their debt. They took a trip, her husband and her daughter, that they paid for that completely in cash. and I don't know where she went. It might have been a cruise, but a cruise, that's going to cost you, that's going to cost you some money. But it can completely change your life. So, I mean, if you've got questions, if you're on my, and there's only a few of you on here now, and the other thing people do on these lives, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, is you jump off and on. And that's what people do. And if you take this seriously, and unfortunately, most people do not take this seriously, this industry, it can change your life, like it has mine. And I have had days where I've made more money in a single day than I made in a whole month when I was still working a job. So if you want more information, you want to find out about, I'm not going to go into it on this, about the bonuses, and this is a limited time offer I'm making. Go to my website, payudaily.com, click my website, put your email address in, watch the videos, go down the page. You will get an email from me. The PDF I have is free. The link is in there. Click on that. You can download and save the PDF. That's yours to keep. That is the 2-hour workday we're doing. It's proven. It does work. And then if you've got questions or you want to know more about these bonuses and this offer I'm making, respond back to the email. And now that I'm back up and I can get into everything, I answer emails within 24 hours. You got questions, you want to know more about the bonuses, respond back to my email and ask, and I'd be glad to send you that. And you can check it out. And I can't keep doing these kind of bonuses for over a long period of time because it does cost me time and money to be able to do that. And we have now, today is November 2nd. So we've got 28 and 31. That's about 59 days. It's less than 60 days now to the end of this year. And a lot of people typically fall asleep like the week of Thanksgiving. Now, what Thanksgiving is, about less than really 1, 2, 3, about 3 weeks away. And then Christmas is around the corner. And then January 1st, 2026 will be here. And if you wouldn't be on here, you wouldn't be on social media. And if you're on my email list, you would not be on my email list if you weren't looking for something. And for me, it wasn't that I was desiring some sort of change. I was in a situation that I lost my job. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a partner to fall back on. I got a mortgage, bills. I'm dealing with 2 cancer diagnoses now. So I've got a lot of out-of-pocket medical expenses. Frankly, if I wasn't doing this, I probably had another stack of debt. Because the one health plan I was on, I'm not on it anymore, had a $10,000 deductible. So depending on anything, whether it was a prescription or a test, whether it was and I need to go have another ultrasound in the end of this month, I was typically paying 10 to 40% because of the deductible. In fact, the first visit when I went and saw an oncologist that my primary care referred me to, that visit alone, out of pocket, and she did a bunch of tests in the office visit, that cost me over $1,000 out of pocket for that one office visit. And if I didn't have this, I'd probably have another stack of debt. And I know there was a couple that was on the evening news, World News Tonight. They're in their 50s. They both lost their jobs. They both got diagnosed with cancer, and neither one of them had any health insurance, and they lost absolutely everything. They're living with one of their kids. I don't, and the plan I was on, they actually dropped me last year they canceled it for good. Now I'm on other insurance, but I didn't have any. I went for 5 months last year from like February 28th to August. I got on another plan on August 1st with no health insurance. They didn't even really tell me. I didn't get like an email or a letter saying we're canceling your coverage. There were a bunch of claims that were sitting there that were pending that they didn't pay. I had to pay all those in full. I mean, I don't know what I would have done, but I don't think it's a good idea for anybody not to have health insurance, let alone I'm dealing with 2 cancer diagnoses now. In fact, I have another appointment with my oncologist in December, which she wants me to have an ultrasound. I need to go have some blood work before I see her, which it's ridiculous for me to have an appointment without having the blood work. And when I didn't have the insurance, like the blood work, and she didn't do a whole much on that. That's like $150. I mean, she did run a test I waited till I got covered. That one test, it was a blood test, was $5,000. And the plan I'm on now covered it. But I can see that couple that they were on world news tonight, that the fact that they both lost their jobs, and that was their health, their income and their health insurance, and then both of them got diagnosed with cancer, how that could completely wipe you out. I don't think it's a good idea, even if you're healthy, not to have health insurance. And I know when I was still working a job, what I always did was, um, when if I was going to accept another job, I made it sure that I would look at and pick my start date, that I was still going to stay on the other plan for a month, so I didn't go without coverage. Because I really don't. I mean, you don't know what could happen, and if you don't have health insurance, I mean, you could be in a car accident. But hearing about that couple, and because you really, you could be in an accident, and healthcare costs are soaring. And now I know that one plan I was on was Obamacare. That's part of this government shutdown that they're fighting for, because the Democrats are trying. I got tax credits with that. And even with the $10,000 deductible, without those tax credits, my monthly premiums would have been like $800. And there's people facing that now. I mean, I'm not on Obamacare anymore, but if they lose those, and the Democrats are like fighting, and it's all the people, that the federal workers that lost their jobs. Now it's like 42 million Americans that were on SNAP benefits, that they depend on that. And that one woman that was in the grocery store screaming, she's going to walk out with all the groceries and not pay for them because she's got 3 kids at home to feed. So this can change your life. And I can't make any, people ask me that, like, how long will it take them to make money? And I can't make any income claims to anybody. And if anybody's promising you that you'll make money, I can't promise you that you'll make money. That's a lie. And I shared with you the first year I did this, I didn't make it. I didn't make a dime. I had to make this work. So quitting was not a option for me. Um, and the quitting was never an option. And like blaming somebody else, well, blaming somebody else, that's not, because really success is an inside job. Yeah, you need a mentor, but it is an inside job. A mentor can't make you successful, and I can mentor you. I can't make you successful. I can't make you do work. Yeah, this is work, and the consistency part. I talk to a lot of people. One of the reasons they're not getting the results that they like is because they're not consistent. And this is a thing that you're going to have to do, like these live streams now, through no fault of my own. I've been here every day consistently, and now today I can't get on TikTok for a few days. Been on one or other, and most of the time I've been live streaming on both. I committed to doing these. I'm here every day at 10 a.m. Excuse me, at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'll get back on at 10 a.m. on the 5th, which is Wednesday. TikTok will let me live stream again. And I think I'm only going to put on the titles of these anymore, live with LB, because TikTok is, I love it. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. TikTok is the easiest platform to learn and use. There's people in this industry who I've seen that have never gotten any results, have never gotten any leads or any sales. Get on TikTok and get leads and sales. You don't have to, I mean, YouTube, I love YouTube too, but you've got to learn search engine optimization. And when I upload videos, I don't do these to my live streams. When I upload a video to my YouTube channel, I'm optimizing it. I'm trying to pick a keyword that I can rank for, and there's no guarantee that you're going to rank for a video. I had a video, and that it's on my channel, that's gotten the most views. It's almost at 300,000 views. I did get that ranked at one point for that keyword. And now over the years, because that video has been on my channel for 7 or 8 years, somebody else, or a couple other people actually have ranked videos for that keyword, and you can get knocked out. You don't, just because you rank, and I had that one at #1 for a long time, you don't own it. Somebody can come and do a video for that same keyword and knock you off of it. But YouTube's good too. They have a monetization program, which I really like theirs. I was monetized. I've made over 5 figures just with the monetization. I lost mine, just being honest here. I stupidly put a video up of Taylor Swift, a short video. They got a crazy number of views in a day. And Instagram came back and suspended they didn't suspend it. They canceled my monetization. And if I want to get monetized again, you do need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I have the subscribers. I'm working on getting the 4,000 hours of watch time. Now on TikTok, the requirements, you need 10,000 followers and you need to have 100,000 views in the last 30 days, which I got that. And that's how I got monetized. And TikTok has a bunch of different ways that you can get monetized. Like they would pay me if I started doing some videos about Halloween, but I'm not going to put a video on TikTok or anywhere really talking about Halloween because that's not what my account's about, and that would just confuse people. So and well, Instagram stopped theirs. I think they may pay for live streaming. I'm not sure, but most of the platforms you can get monetized if you meet their requirements. And those are just the money I make from TikTok, and it's not a lot, but it's another stream of income. And I've learned that from my mentor. You can on the back end learn how to make multiple streams of income. And at the moment, right now, at the time of me doing this, I've got 9 streams of income. I never thought about that when I had a job, and my job was my only stream of income. When I lost that, I was screwed. And it sucks. I mean, if you've ever been behind on payments and stuff, it sucks because they start calling you, they're hounding you. They don't want to hear what your problem is. And especially, well, the two probably the worst ones are mortgage payments, and then the electric, where I get my electric and gas, they're really bad. I mean, they're like, if you're like 24 hours late, they're threatening to turn your power off. They're like, I mean, really bad. And then if somebody sicks a lawyer on you, because that lawyer will start calling you. And I've had that too. And at one point, I was broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. I was being sued, and my one brother, who I adored, passed away. And being sued sucks because that attorney, man, I've had the sheriff at my front door multiple times. It's not fun. Um, they want their money. They don't want to hear what your problem is. And if I count the many times in my journey on this, when I was going through that and struggling paying bills, how many times, especially like a mortgage company, well, why didn't you pay your mortgage? I mean, it wasn't like I was, you don't sit around and say, I'm not going to pay my mortgage this month. I mean, I wasn't paying it because I didn't have the money. And actually, if it wasn't really for this and some other things I've learned, I probably still wouldn't have my house. I mean, I lost just about everything else. I lost all my savings. I started selling. That's another way you can make some money. Go through your house. There's probably things in your house you're not using. You can put them on eBay and sell them. But what I really like about digital marketing is it's 100% profit. It comes direct to me. Nobody's holding that money. It's not like affiliate marketing or network marketing. If you have your own products or services, which I've had a couple of mine, it's the same thing, but you got to create your own product. You have to do your own customer service. With digital marketing, you don't have to create the products. You don't have to do customer service. You buy the resale rights, and you can sell them over and over again. And at the moment right now, I've got 9 income streams that I make money from. And I'm actually probably in the next, I don't know, into 2026, and definitely before the end of next year, I'm probably going to have at least 15, because that's another thing I've learned in this program. And you can make recurring income too. And we show you that. That's another thing my mentor has taught me. So yeah, today's my first day back on YouTube live streaming, and TikTok banned me for 5 days for live streaming because they didn't like the title I put on. I'm sure that that's what it is, because they're telling me that I'm saying, and I am giving away $10,000 in bonuses. This is a limited time offer. If you're not on my email list, go to payoudaily.com, click that, put your email address in, watch the videos. That's my mentor. Go through the page, find out what we're doing, take the time. If you're serious, you'll take the time and look at it. You'll get an email from me with a link. That is, if you click on that, that is my free PDF. It's a 2-hour workday. That's yours to keep. You can save it and put it on your computer. If you've got questions, respond back to the email. If you want more information about it, this is a limited time offer. And the bonuses I'm giving out, and I can't keep doing this over long periods of time because this does cost me time and money to do these. But I want to help as many people as I can. Today's November 2nd. We've got less than 60 days left this year. And any of you, whether you're on my social media accounts, YouTube, TikTok, or any of them, or you're on my email list, you're here for a reason. You're looking for something, and most of you don't want to say why you're on social media. But I do believe most of you are on social media because you're looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. And why most people don't want to admit that, I don't know. And I do get more interaction on TikTok than I do on my YouTube account. But I do have an audience over here. And I was explaining at the beginning of this my router died because I've been up until like now, these last few weeks have been really whatever. My router died. I could not get online on my computer. And until I got another router, and I actually just set this up this morning. I got the router yesterday, and I'm back on. I can get on my computer, which I couldn't do that before. So that's why I wasn't here. And I will be here again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Not on TikTok until Wednesday. Wednesday at 10 a.m. They're saying I can get back on. But I am going to end this now. And if you got questions, go to my website, put it in. I will see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m.